does this feel so rushed? Chaska jacked my IRL hair color. Whoa, Capitano. I like that concept. That's always fun. I saw this coming. If there's one thing Genshin is good at, it's making a cute little guy. I'm not paying attention. It's 6 in the morning. Feels kind of weird to have the birthday hat now, but I am too lazy to take it off. Anyways, it has truly been a week, but I don't want to talk about that today. I don't want to talk about that. I'll probably still talk about it today, but not. I don't want to talk about it here. It's Genshin time. In 3 minutes, it's Genshin time. Genuinely thought I'd oversleep. I did tweet about this, but I genuinely thought I would oversleep because my sleep schedule's been horrible the last couple of days for good reason, but horrible. This is my first video that I've recorded just about all week, so I'm a little rusty, but it is Genshin time. Actually, I did finish the Nahida event earlier this week. I did finish that earlier this week, and like on Monday, and that was it for recording. I have not recorded since. Yeah, it's been a week. Disappointing week, to put it lightly. So hopefully this won't be disappointing. I already woke up to disappointment, all right? Last night, actually it wasn't even last night, it was yesterday afternoon, but I didn't find out until really like a couple hours later in the evening. I guess all the construction happening around my apartment, they hit a pipe or something, and I still don't have water back. Like, it's been over 12 hours at this point. It's been well over 12 hours because it is now almost 6 in the morning my time, and it's been out since like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, apparently. Yesterday, supposed to come back on at like 6, then 9, then midnight. Now they're saying 8 a.m. So I genuinely thought I would oversleep, but wake up to water. I didn't oversleep, funnily enough, but I also still don't have water. So that's unfortunate. The Genshin Impact Twitch channel is live as of 7 minutes ago. We don't have a waiting room, but we do have a premiere. And I think because it's a premiere, I can scrub backwards if I need to and pause. So that might be a little hot. I probably won't pause. I'm going to be so real. What is this? Version 5.2 special program, Tapestry of Spirit and Flame. I don't really have much to ask for today. I know we still haven't gotten a Pyro Vision. So maybe that'll happen in 5.2. Maybe we'll get that. But also I'm not caught up to the story. So I'm not super concerned about that. Alternatively, I will say, earlier this week, I finished the Nahida event. I do appreciate that they extended it out past Sunday, because on Sunday, I did not feel like recording. Monday, it was fine. Every day after that was not. But, so I was able to finish it on Monday. I'm glad I finished it on Monday, because quite genuinely, I don't think I would have been able to finish it on Tuesday. So I hope that that is a trend. But that being said, I waited a very long time for that Sub-Zero's festival event. I've been hyping it up for the past like 2 years as a joke. During Sumeru, I was like, Sub-Zero's festival event confirmed, the Nahida birthday event confirmed. I was making jokes about it 2 years ago. So when it was actually announced last version, I got very excited. I was tired because it was early in the morning, but I was very excited. It didn't live up to my expectations. I'm just gonna be honest. I think how the direction they went with the story didn't quite make sense. And to be a little blunt about it, because it is 6 in the morning, didn't quite make sense with the direction they went with it, considering I wanted more of Nahida's birthday and not whatever we got. So unless the flagship event that is announced is so grand and spectacular, I don't see myself actually doing the flagship event this time. I probably will just do normal story stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll really be drawn in. I don't know why I'm on auto-generated subtitles when English is available, but okay.
So Ochcon's still managing to soak
I think
after all these years.
Okay, so Chaska's releasing. Why does this feel so rushed?
Sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
I'm not really interested in her. I'm gonna be so real.
I'll bet the easiest person to find is.
She did kind of steal my hair color IRL, but that's beyond the point. My hair color IRL isn't that.
Can't find its way back to
like.
I just want to rescue someone. Granny won't let me.
I do know about the Granny plotline, I do. Chaska jacked my IRL hair color, and whoa, Capitano. Everyone, shut up.
Worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
Mistakes of the Cinder City. Okay, that draws me in, but that's main story, so.
The soul is involved.
I do like the concept of there being like an ancient city that they'd really ruined. I like that concept. That's always fun. Repent or something or other. I don't know. But yeah, Chaska jacked my IRL hairstyle, and Auron jacked my model's eye colors. And you know what? That's okay. Neither of the two are really that unique. I just think it's kind of funny they're at the same version. I just think it's kind of funny that it's the same patch.
Before the final,
This isn't really telling me a ton, though.
we must fight harder than ever.
I mean, it looks like there is going to be some sort of climax to the story, but I could kind of assume that was... How is this going to be like 15 minutes long? Because I was hoping that by the end of this I'd have water, and right now it's looking like I'm not going to. So this code goes until 11 p.m., I believe Eastern Standard Time, on the 8th, which is today. So they're not doing the method that some of the other Hoyoverse gacha games are doing, where they're extending out how long you have to do that redemption code. I think last time with Star Rail we had until around noon the following day. And I saw this coming. I did make a joke, I think, in the Star Rail special program video that watch Genshin will release in X amount of weeks. The special program will come out in X amount of weeks, and it's gonna be the old time, and that's gonna be that, and that's exactly what happened. I'm not surprised. Really not surprised about that. Also, that trailer, no flagship event coverage on that trailer at all. So I'm assuming they're probably going to hard send focus on the continuation of the Archon quest, but it doesn't look like it's going to be ending this patch, which I think usually we end in the like X.2 version of the patches, you know, like with the Archon quest. So I don't think we're doing that this time. That didn't look like an end to me as somebody who's like watching from the outside. It didn't look like an end. But I forget what the release schedule has been so far.
Based on her body language.
Whoa.
So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure.
Very proud creatures.
I do think the Kukusaur is cute though, but I think all the little dinosaurs are cute, so that's nothing new. If there's one thing Genshin is good at, it's making a cute little guy, so I'm not really surprised by that. They're good at other things too, but
Feather Clan, which is suspended high
they're good at making a little guy, I must say.
This is a tribe of warriors, and most of their people can command the power of the skies.
Is this the Animo?
Ancient duty to patrol and safeguard the entire
I think so, because Chaska's Animo is correct.
Elite special forces.
Like I said, I'm not caught up.
Detect threats,
I'm gonna fix our subtitles though, so that they're top screen. But they have to be smaller for that.
Now, the tribe never forgot its origins.
Because
they still hold trials to
they're very huge. They just got text chunks. The trials test oh my god, gimme. There we go.
With the Kukusaurs.
Oh,
they're a little bit off center, I think. That's probably better.
Yeah, Kukusaurs are the proudest out of all the Saurians. They know that they're the kings
oh, come on, get up there. Get up there. Where am I? Stop it. Stop it.
Phlogiston to climb higher or perform a horizontal roll.
So can we? This almost looks like the parry mechanic. I bring that up because I just was reminded of the parries in the last patch's flagship event. So it looks like we're borrowing that mechanic for the Kukusaurs. They're even the same color as Sorush, which is kind of funny.
True.
I wonder if I hope that's connected in some way lore-wise in the story. That they're both able to fly like that, and we can switch. Actually, I think we can switch into all of them.
Wow,
but I wonder if that is connected lore-wise somehow. A quiz? Oh god, no.
We've got a glimpse of the Flower Feather Clan. It's time for a quiz.
It's kind of funny that we're getting a quiz, hypothetically.
I hope you're prepared.
Because I do want to talk about this somewhere, but I am making some changes, like channel-wise as well as to my personal life. And it's kind of funny that a quiz is involved. Every tribe in Outland has a unique way of communicating with their starring companions. The members of the Flower Feather use a special item to summon their Kukusaurs. What is that item?
With their favorite foods?
It's probably a feather.
Here's a hint. We just saw the answer in the
I'm not paying attention. It's 6 in the morning.
I remember now. Horn. Ding, ding, ding.
It is a horn? Well, I mean, I didn't get the anniversary quiz answers right, like, at all, so...
in order to summon them, the tribe's people use whistles...
I'm not paying attention. It's 6 in the morning. It's 6 in the morning. I haven't had water in, like, hours.
Maybe they sound a little unapproachable compared to...
Because here's the thing. I did a very last... When I lost water and it wasn't coming back, I did a very last-minute DoorDash of bottled water. I got 2 cases of, like, the normal-sized bottled water. They didn't have it. So I have baby water bottles. Like the kind you put in a kid's lunchbox. I have those. So I don't really have a ton of water. So I haven't drank any water in over 12 hours.
Everyone knows what she's
because I've been
capable of,
sipping on it to
so
take my
people
medication. That's
usually
about
find
the
a way
only
to
water
set
I've
aside
had.
their differences when she
So-
shows up.
Oh, so she doesn't just handle conflicts between
What's
different
Chaska's thing?
societies.
I don't
She keeps the peace between
I don't know if I
people, too.
care.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be so real. I don't
Chaska
plan
was
on
corrupted
pulling,
by abyssal
quite
power
frankly.
as a child,
She does
so
looks
she
like
has a
her
strong
main attack
compulsion
is
to fight,
guns, which
but she knows
I
how to
can't
rein it
wait,
in.
no, is that her
Right.
rocket? It could
I
be her
heard that
rocket.
She was abandoned as a baby.
She was abandoned as a baby. We're
Yeah,
doing that.
but luckily
We're
for
doing
her,
trauma this
Kukusor
early.
Took her in and raised her as one of
Have
their
we
own.
not had enough trauma
In
this
addition to
week?
hunting and flying, Chaska gained a lot of unique combat experience from her
Gosh.
Saurian childhood. When Chaska is in your party, defeating
Karina!
monsters will restore phlogiston to your party. While she's in
I
the
miss
Night
her a
Soul's
little bit.
blessed
I could do
state,
the Archon
Chaska
quest
can
and see her.
ride
I'm still in
and control
Fontaine.
her gun like a Kukusor.
Okay, so it is a
Soul
gun.
Sniper
It's
doesn't
more like
just
a
increase her
bazooka.
movement speed and
It's more like a
resistance to
bazooka, I
interruption.
would say.
It also allows her to get a better
I think that
angle on
the
her enemy.
flying and the sitting is kind of cool.
That mid-air
I do think
perspective
her
is so
combat,
cool.
not combat,
It
her
seems so liberating.
movement
Yeah.
mechanic seems
And
quite
Chaska's
cool, but
fierce when she's in the zone. In the Night Soul's blessed
I already have kind of
state,
pulled for some
Chaska's
of the
normal attacks deal animal
Natlan
damage
characters,
to
but
enemies
I'm
in
not
front of
caught
her.
up, and
Unleashing a charged attack in this state
I haven't
will
got
cause
any of them,
Chaska to enter
so
a
I like couldn't
special
really
aiming
build
mode.
them anyways.
This allows her to lock onto a set number of enemies within
So,
range and fire
if
up
I
to
do
6
pull, it'd probably be for a
Shadowhawk
rerun
shells,
character.
which deal anemo damage
But I've
upon
kind of started
impact.
saving primos, and I don't really know for
Every
what at this
pyro,
point, you know?
Hydro, cryo, or electro character in your party.
Okay,
One
so
of
she does the
Chaska's
similar
Shadowhawk
thing to
shells
Wanderer,
will
where
undergo
she
an elemental
swirls
conversion to deal the corresponding type of elemental damage.
elemental damage.
Whoa,
But
no
also, does
way.
it work with
So
Geo?
Chaska can directly
Is
deal
that
other types
because
of
there was yellow? Is that
damage
Geo, or is that
based
supposed
on
to be
the characters
Pyro?
in her
And just
party?
Mm.
I think
since
it's
she's
supposed to be
an animal character,
orange
she can
for
swirl them
Pyro.
at the same time.
But she does a
That's
similar thing
awesome.
to
Yeah, I know, right?
Shilonen and Wanderer,
Elemental
where she
burst
swirls
has a similar
that.
function
Shilonen
too.
doesn't swirl,
Chaska
obviously, because she's
fires a
Geo, but
gale splitting
she infuses
soul
with
shell
the various
during
elements, and
burst,
it's the same
which
elements.
deals
So
anemo damage. The attack then splits
Really
into
similar to
6
Wanderer
Soul Seeker shells, which continue
in
to attack nearby enemies.
having that like
Each shell
infusion
can also
swirl type
undergo
mechanic
elemental conversion.
with the
That's so
counter on the
cool.
side, but it's
No wonder
not.
She's one of the
You know.
strongest warriors in her tribe.
Speaking of her tribe,
Funnily
the
enough,
warriors
she
from
does
the
have black
Flower
nails, and
Feather
my nails are
clan
black right now. I did get them
formidable
I
for
did them
but
switched out
we
the other
should
day. I
also
posted a
shed some
picture.
light on those who aren't as skilled.
Oh, are you talking about the wingless? That's
The
what the tribe
wingless.
calls people who fail the flight trials, right?
That's
They're the challengers who failed.
They failed their flight trials. That's really
But
unfortunate.
the name doesn't
Um,
indicate that those
that's-
people are weak or deserve to be.
That's
kept apart.
sad.
The Flower Feather
Yes.
clan has its own
Okay.
definition of strength.
All
There's a
right.
tacit
What's this
understanding that
definition of
the
strength?
wingless are supposed to be protected until they can fly by themselves.
I'm
But that
okay.
assumption is challenged in Tribal
right.
Chronicles Tlalocan.
What is
Someone
it?
will
Is
dare
that
to
is that
ask,
is that like technically
what
the
if you
definition of
could be a
equity? Some
Kukusor
people
fly?
need more things
If you
to
could change the rules,
be at a similar level as
maybe there
everyone
wouldn't
else.
be any wingless to begin
I,
with.
okay, we appreciate
Now,
that. We appreciate
whether that's
equity.
the right path
I think
is
that's
for
equity because I
us
know
to
it's not.
discover.
It's not
Chaska
equality
will
because
also
equality
be
is
there to
everyone
help
gets the
us
same
find
thing, but
the
some people
answer.
need more than
So, be
the
sure
other
to check
person
out
to be at like the
Chaska's
same level.
Tribal
It's like that.
Chronicle if
There's
you're
like a
interested in
picture
what
that
happens.
describes it of like
Is there anything
three
else
dudes
that
at a
you
baseball
can
game,
tell
but they
us?
all are all different heights. So if they all have one
Ah,
crate to stand on,
remember how I
the
mentioned
tallest
that
guy will be able to
Chaska
see,
was
but the
raised by
lowest,
Kukusors?
like
Yeah,
shortest
tell
one
us
won't.
about it.
So you need to balance out
Her
crates.
Saurian mother
That's
will
equity.
make an appearance in this quest.
Wait,
Even
her
though
mom
she's
is a
joined
Saurian?
human society, Chaska still
Huh.
goes to visit her Saurian mother on occasion, especially when
That
she
could
needs
be an
some help with a
interesting
tough situation.
Storyline,
So
I
Chaska
guess.
still has the soft side. even
I-
though she's
I
a
guess it
fearsome
could.
Warrior.
I
Definitely.
guess.
The Flower Feather clan is
I
also
do like
the
her,
setting for the Archon Quest Chapter 5
Interlude. Chapter
All
5
fires
interlude.
fuel the flame.
Have we
The tribe is facing a crisis. and
chapter
they'll need
5? Because I
travelers'
was
help to find
assuming.
a
Okay,
solution.
yes.
What
It
kind of
was
crisis?
Two
Well, the
parts
Flower
in
Feather
point
clan
oh,
suffered the worst
2
of the
parts in
abyssal contamination during the
point
battle in
1,
version 5.1. It's not
and
just
as
the
per
human
usual,
body that can't withstand high
point
concentrations of
2
evil
has
power.
one
For most people, it
one
also
version
damages the
one
mind.
version of this
Many
Archon
members
quest.
of the Flower Feather clan are suffering
Suffering from
the
mental repercussions of this.
repercussions of
What
the abyss,
happened in the
and
end?
the tribe is in
I do
desperate
kind
need
of like
aid.
that NPC. I'm not
The
gonna
Archon
lie.
will be there too. After rebuilding her own tribe, the
Is that
collective of
Mutalta?
many,
I kind of
she's
like
traveling
them.
around Natland to help those in need.
The people of Natland really value unity, don't they? No one fights alone.
Right.
That's one
Unity,
of my favorite
okay.
things about Natland.
Interesting.
Oh, wait. It looks like the captain will
Capitano's here.
also
I don't think
be there.
Capitano is necessarily
Yes,
bad
Captain
in the
will
Archon Quest
also
from
often
everything
help
I've
for the
seen,
time.
though. It looks like he
You may
actually
pick
has
up
the
on
very
some
similar
interesting
interests to us.
information if you pay
So I'm
close
not
attention
mad
to
about him
what
being
he
here.
has to say.
I also really like
The captain
Capitano.
rarely gives away
I
too
don't. This
much
doesn't seem like an
information in his
end
regular
to
interactions,
me.
but his
Maybe,
secret
but
secret
last
seems a little
last
peculiar,
special program
so
didn't
keep
seem
an
like.
eye out, but of course,
What I'm thinking is going on here, but and I'm not caught up. Remember that I haven't gotten to Natlan really at all yet.
Isn't over yet. The abyssal
It seems
contamination is
like
still around.
point
We have a very
or
important battle ahead.
Archon Quest
Natlan
4,
needs mental fortitude more than ever before.
Chapter 4
The Flower Feather Clan
was
is pretty close to the Masters of the
this
Night,
probably came to
where
some
the Atomosaurs
head
live. That
for
clan could
the
be another
Abyss
good place to
plotline.
recover from the battle.
This
Okay,
interlude
let's
looks
check
like
it
it
out.
is the like
If you
rebuilding
head
up of
west from the
Natlan, which
Stadium of the
makes a
Secret
lot of
Flame
sense to
and
have,
go
and
past
I
the
appreciate that that's
towering
in there as
walls,
a
you
part of the
eventually
quest.
arrive at the settlement of
But
the
I do
mysterious
think that there might
Masters
still
of the
be
Nightwind.
another
The
bit
settlement offers a unique glowing landscape at night.
in
If
point
you venture
3.
even further,
I
then
guess
you
that
might
would make
encounter
sense.
the
I like these
tribes
guys.
of
I like
one
these guys a
Thomister
lot.
Elder or one of the many shamans who can communicate with spirits.
I'm
I even
curious
heard
to see
that
where
the
this
witch
goes, though,
doctors who live there can help cleanse your spirit.
because
Plus, the graffiti art is really incredible.
it doesn't.
In fact,
This
there's something special about this
I would
one.
appreciate if
Can
there
you
was one
figure
more
it out,
part after
traveler?
this to kind of wrap things up.
It's kinda
I'm not
tricky,
caught
right?
up. That's a
Well, don't
thing.
worry,
Because I
the
also do think it
Atomosaurs
could
can
make
help us out.
a lot of
Atomosaurs
sense
are known for
to
their
kind of
wisdom.
cut it off
They can
in a
use their
way.
unique sight to detect things that can't be
But
seen
there is
through
still that
normal
question of when are we getting into when are we getting pyro
okay,
vision?
Right.
When are we getting
The
pyro
Atomosaurs
pyro
are
powers?
especially skilled at detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can absorb
So I don't know
power
what's
from
gonna happen
phlogiston
there.
objects to enhance their abilities. Doing
But
so
it
allows
looks like
them
there's not going to be a
jump
super
higher,
crazy
move
flagship event
faster,
for this
and even
version, so
obtain
that will give me time
surprising
to
rewards.
get caught up with the
Atomosaurs
story, which will
can
be kind of
also
good.
extract information from graffiti art to create
Especially because my
special
brain is
objects.
in the is kind of in the type of place where I would like to pick something apart.
Definitely.
a little bit brutally, I'm
especially
not
in
gonna
Travel
lie.
Chronicles Mictlan, which will become available in version 5.2. The first
5.2,
two acts
okay.
feature a lot of intriguing.
This looks like it's our world
so
quest.
Be sure to check them out.
Had a very
travelers.
long name, did
Some
not
of
get the
them
name.
will require the help of an Atomosaur,
But this looks like
and
it is the
others can
world
be solved
quest.
on your own.
I noticed that
More
Ectomosaurs
kinda
can
similar
perform
to
fast-paced jumps when they have enough phlogiston,
the-
and it looks like
what is
so
it?
much fun. Do we know
The
anyone who
bit
can use that
in
ability?
Sumeru with the
Besides
Arnaris.
new
There it is.
Saurian, I mean.
Yes.
My brain isn't
Auroron
working.
can
I am
do it too.
dehydrated.
Like the Ectomosaurs, Auroron has
There's
the
nothing I
ability
could do to
rise
fix
into
that.
the
As
air.
well.
He also has a keen
I have
sense
no
of
water.
perception.
They
While
won't turn it
crouching
back
in
on.
gunshot, Auroron will enter the spirit
And like,
sleeper
granted, I
state,
get they
allowing
gotta
him to
sleep
extract
too, but it's
power
been
from
out since
Natlan's
like
graffiti
2 in the
and moves.
afternoon. What do you mean?
Speaking of Auroron, I
Anyway,
was
speaking of
honestly
Auroron.
super surprised by his personality.
I
Before
also
the
have been kind of
5.1
surprised by his
quest,
personality,
I
I'm not
thought
gonna
that
lie.
he looked like a
'Cause I've seen some
stern,
stuff
stoic,
from
and
other
harsh
people.
type of character.
He looked very
But
harsh,
as
but
it turns out,
he's kind of.
just a sweet kid.
I was gonna say he's
Yeah.
kind of a
It's kind
granny's
of
boy, if you will,
unexpected,
from what
right?
I've seen. So
Is he really that sweet, though?
I don't think he's that
Just
sweet.
Think about all the sneaking around behind his granny's back.
I don't think he's that.
True.
The tribespeople
That's
of the
soft,
Masters of the
but
Nightwind are known
I
for
appreciate
being
the how he's been characterized. I guess I like it. I will say that.
Yeah, it sounds like he does things
However,
his own way.
I'm still
I
not pulling
wonder
for
if that extends to
him.
his combat abilities.
Did I ever bring up the birthday hat? The birthday hat is on because my birthday's tomorrow. When you guys are watching this video, it will be my birthday. So I think this happened last year too. It was last year or the year before. I just didn't have water on my birthday.
Ah, that does sound different.
This
from
used to
the
happen a
other
lot where
methods.
my water would just get shut off
So
for no
how do these
reason,
abilities
but
work?
Let me
been a
start by
while.
explaining how Auroron gains Night Soul points.
I feel like they're drawing
This
this
can
out,
happen in
like
multiple
the
ways.
explanation of the
For
story and the
example,
characters
Auroron
doing it
can
all
gain
in
Night Soul points when
one
one of his
go.
party members triggers a Night
Because we
Soul
had
burst.
some story, then we
He
had
can also
Chaska,
gain
then we
them when
had
other
some
party
story
members
again,
deal
and now we have
high-power
Auroron.
electro
So
attacks to enemies after Auroron unleashes his elemental
yeah.
skill.
Oh, he does
And it sounds like he works well with
He
Hydro
does,
and Electro characters.
a Kooky thing.
Yep.
That's the
And
the
in
electro
combat,
ring.
when enemies take damage from
Kooky has that
Night Soul
same
charge
ring, like the
reaction,
same
while
animation.
other party members deal Night Soul aligned damage.
Was that just a
Auroron
coincidence,
can
or
consume Night Soul points to enter
was
the Night
Kooky on the
Soul's blessing
team?
state
I was not
and
paying
trigger
attention.
The hypersense effect.
I was not paying
dealing
attention.
Electro damage.
Oh, I see. So
I'm not
you
quite
need to
sure.
pair him with the right characters if you want.
But
him
I also don't
gain
wanna
Night
scrub
Soul
backwards.
points, enter the Night Soul's blessing state, and trigger the effect.
Exactly. Though I
I don't
should
know.
mention that Auroron doesn't need to be
My
on
brain,
the
I think my
field
brain
to
is
trigger
running
the
off out of
hypersense
steam.
effect.
He doesn't need to be
Wait,
off
he can trigger it
on
even
field.
while
Okay,
he's
he could be
off
off-field.
That sounds really useful.
That is useful, I will say that. So I do see that coming in handy.
Way to deal damage and support your party.
Especially in more of a hyper carry situation of a team. Like, I feel like it could be really helpful with, like, the first character that came to mind that would, like, need a more of a hyper carry situation would be a character like Arlecchino. But I don't know how well she works with Electro off the top of my head, because I never really finished building my Arlecchino, because I'm not caught up with the Archon quests, so you can see how that would be a problem.
Exploration experience by boosting the gliding speed
Glide speed. That's an interesting one. You would think that Chaska would have the glide speed boost, but Auron does?
Will always be within reach.
Weird. I don't know who decided that.
We introduced 2 of the upcoming regions.
I do think that this...
The Flowerfeather Clan and
see, this Windborn Cliff and City of Flowing Ash thing
actually introduces another new region.
I like it because
Ochkanatlan.
I think
A glimpse of this ancient city when we were looking
like I like this specifically because it's giving me Conria adjacent city vibes. Something.
Completely abandoned.
What's underneath Watatsumi? What's it called? I forget. But something like that.
In that land
but I think it's the abyssal contamination vibe.
And it seems
I do like
over the years
those areas of Genshin. I think they're really cool, even if I don't necessarily go to them anymore. There was a sword in the stone. I wonder if that'll become relevant to anything. Because I think pre-Natlan we had a lot of what seemed like references almost to bits of Greek mythology used in the story. And now we have that sword in the stone, which is not mythology, but a secret third thing, if you will. So
if it detects an intruder, then it will attack.
I don't necessarily know what to call it off the top of my head. It's like King Arthur, but not mythology. It's just
easy to take human Saurian
lore, if you will.
These days, but it actually took generations of effort to reach this point. This relationship
like the Hilichils are knocked out. Okay, so it is very similar to like the Conria adjacent areas. Okay.
The reason behind this dragon's rampage.
The reason behind the dragon's rampage is probably abyssal corruption. Like, let's be real.
Look.
Let's be so real.
What's that?
This is a very important companion who will help us explore Ochkanatlan.
Genshin is so good at making... Genshin is so good at making little guys. They're so good at making little guys, and they get me every time with a little guy. I'm so serious. It makes a cute noise.
Hey.
It's like...
Put our Tapetlosaur
hey, listen! It's like that!
Little one works really hard.
Okay.
Little one. I haven't met little one yet.
Remember how I mentioned that Ochkanatlan is heavily corroded by the abyss?
Oh,
well,
interesting.
That's where Kokoweek comes in.
Kokoweek.
We can use his power to clear
okay, Kokoweek clears abyssal contamination.
Follow the direction indicated by his light to collect.
So cute. I do think I'm interested by the.
Once Kokoweek has enough power, you can take him.
Like actually straight up abyssally corrupted.
Little guy.
What a useful little guy! But like the actually abyssal corrupted
Kokoweek and Little One
stuff, like opponents that are like straight up corrupted. They just look like abyss. I'm surprised it took us that long to get opponents that looked like that. But also it seems like the battle, like that final battle they showed us fighting the dragon, it almost seems like a third person, like normal Genshin controls on something like,
we can evade source mechanism attacks.
What would it be called? Something like that beginning fight
with the help of a cuckoo
in Mondstadt, but not from that like side scroller perspective, from like the original Genshin perspective, which is a bit weird. The lava fish are cute. Oh, we can fish in that.
I've got some friendly advice.
We can fish in there. Interesting.
Be very careful while exploring.
Yeah, I wouldn't go in the lava water.
Some of the abyssal monsters
I wouldn't go in the lava.
Their appearance to mimic powerful enemies. High-level monsters
cool.
such as the tenebrous Papilla can mimic even stronger.
So our boss in this region
take the form of plants outside of combat.
Is
that's true. The abyss
just a big mimic,
allowing these monsters to read the memories inside of them and mimic creatures from Tevat.
How do we defeat them?
Travelers will
I
need to
think
use
it's a cool
elemental
concept, but
attacks
it
to
also,
break
I
the
mean,
enemy's protective void
it does
wards.
kind of seem
Doing
a little
so
bit
allows them to
lazy.
take damage
I'm not gonna lie,
and
because it would have
causes them
made.
to enter a
I'm
brief
like
state of
surprised we haven't
confusion.
gotten something like a
Night Soul
mimic
Line
boss
elemental attacks
that's
are
not like the Oceanid or
especially
something,
effective against these wards.
because that doesn't count.
The abyss has gotten so advanced.
I'm surprised we haven't
Scary
gotten
to
something
think
like that
about how much
sooner, if that
harder
makes
these fights
sense.
will get if these abyssal monsters
Like, I
keep
think it would have made sense if we had something similar in another region, and then we did it again here to have like a mimic boss. I also don't like mimics. I also don't like mimics.
Really short, I promise.
Short announcements. Wait.
Limited time
Okay, yeah, limited time exploration rewards for the new area. They've done that before. That's nothing new.
Can earn up to 400 extra
That's nothing new, quite frankly.
The rewards will be available.
And I will not be getting those extra primo gems, and you can't stop me.
Time to introduce the event witches.
Maybe I will. I
In the
might.
first half
We're
of
doing event
version
witches now too.
5.2,
Okay.
travelers can look
Aura's
forward
a
to
4-star?
event witches from
Okay.
Shasta and Lenny.
So
Aurora will
second half
also
is going to be
receive
all
proper
reruns
boost.
then.
And in the second half of version
Oh.
5.2,
It's the. Why is it kind of funny that it's the two dragon-coded characters? And like, why is it kind of funny that that's the reruns? I think it's kind of funny.
To check them out if you're interested.
I do like the new
Alright,
bows.
it's
The
time for our
new
first
two new
break.
bows look very
Once we
similar,
come
but I
back,
do like
we'll
their
dive right
designs.
into
I
the
will say
event
that.
portion.
The catalyst is kind of meh, but I do think, look at the little guy. Look at the little guy. Look at them. I do like the new, I guess, dragon designs as well. I do like those. Oh, I have to yawn. I'm so tired and hungry, quite frankly. But I can't eat for another like hour and a half. And it's not even like I can drink water, because I can't. Please, this is your reminder to hydration check. Drink water for me, please, as somebody who really can't. I feel like I have mixed feelings going into this version. I do think it's funny that the two dragon-coded characters are being reran side by side. I am excited to see some memes about that, especially because I don't know if it's canon that they don't like each other, but I don't think they like each other, which I think is so funny. I might just have seen a lot of fan art. But I think it's a funny mechanic, and the fact that they're run together, I look forward to the fan art that will bring about. I really do. But I probably will just...
Welcome back, travelers.
I probably will just
Welcome
pull
back.
for Zhongli then, because I've put off getting him for
So in the first
ages.
event, we'll get to learn more about the masters
Are
of
we
the Night
getting
Wind.
two?
Right.
Oh no,
In the
I thought this
version
was...
5.2 event,
I
each
thought the
zone is
refinement
spear-seeking
material
scrolls.
for the sword
Travelers will team
was
up
a
with
catalyst.
Citlali
No.
and Auroron to get to the bottom of a mysterious
So our
accident
flagship
that
event
occurred within
involves
their
Citlali
tribe.
and Auroron,
Travelers
which makes
will
sense
need
that those two
complete
characters would be
combat challenges to
like
defeat
in an
enemies
event
who
together
try to
because
disrupt
they
the
already
region.
are kind of
You'll also
connected.
need to reconstruct scenes
I
from
think the
fights
sword
over
is really
scrolls
cool.
and gather
Calamity
lost
of Eshu,
spirits
I think it's
scattered
really
throughout the
cool.
region. Travelers will only be able to uncover
But it's
treasure
another
if they collect
4-star
all the
event
clues.
exclusive
But don't
sword,
worry, there are
which
also
we
various
only get
rewards to
swords
earn
for
along the
events.
way,
So I honestly don't
including
even know if I'm
primo
gonna
gems.
pull.
Ooh,
Quite
I
frankly,
really
or
like the
not
vibe
pull,
of this
but
event. It
you
looks
know.
like Citlali is performing some kind
I
of
don't know if I'm
ritual.
gonna do it. Also, this is our
Also
flagship event, but it just looks like 3
When
little
the
mini
situation
games.
gets tough, it's Granny
Is it
to
not?
the rescue.
Granny.
Definitely.
Also, this looks like it
Citlali
should
and
be.
Auroron have some really fun dialogue in
It
this
looks
event.
like it should be
I'm
the
always
event where
grabbing
we
the
get a
popcorn
new
whenever these two interact.
Sealy,
They're
right? Like that
practically a
first
two-person
art was
show.
Sealy's.
Speaking of
But
fun,
it's
let's
not.
get into the event gameplay. First up is the Search for Lost
Search for Lost
Spirits
Spirits.
minigame.
It's the.
Travelers will have to work together
Roaming
to
sp- oh,
herd
it's
the
roaming
scattered
spirits.
roaming spirits into specific
Oh, this is
zones
another
to earn
co-op
points. Pay
event.
attention to the conditions
I
on the
know.
field if
Listen,
you
I
wanna
know a
higher
lot of
score.
players really
For
like Genshin
example,
co-op, and it's one of the really
travelers
fun
will
things about
jump
Genshin,
on
and probably want
stone
more co-op
slabs that
stuff.
appear on the
I
field.
am
These
not a
slabs will
co-op
break
player,
open and release
so we
even
had a
more
co-op
spirits.
event in this past
Storms
version.
will
I didn't
also
do
appear
it,
during the game.
so I
You
don't
can
know if I'll
track
do
down
this one
spirits
either,
more
which I'm honestly
effectively
kind of
if you
okay
pay
with.
attention to the
I'm kind of
direction
okay
of
with
the
just
storm.
using the time that I would
In Evil
to
Banisher, travelers will
finish
need to select the right
these
genes
mini
to
games
complete
to
the
instead
objectives.
do main
Completing
story.
all of
I'm
the
kind of okay
objectives
with that.
will
I'm not
award
gonna
you
lie.
the Vanishing Aura, which allows you
This
to
is
deal
a
AoE
combat
damage
event. Looks
by
like a pretty
spraying paint
standard
and
combat
enemies.
event with
That
some
paint
sort of
really
interesting little
matches the
mechanic.
Masters of
The
Night
Banishing
Wind's
Aura,
aesthetic.
I think, is similar
It's
to
super cool.
certain
Yeah,
AoE
and
mechanics
so
we've
does
gotten
the
in games
spirit
before.
moon and restoring
The
fragmented records.
puzzle
Citlali will
does
use
look
her
fun. The
powers
puzzle
to
minigame
remove
does look
special
kind of fun
fragments.
and something I would
Travelers
rage
will
over
need to
because I
piece
do
these
usually end up
fragments
raging over
together
these sort of
and
things.
assemble them on
You
a
would think I
woven
wouldn't.
scroll.
Make
But
sure
I
that
do
you
usually
pay
end up
attention
raging
to
over
the
the
order and
puzzles.
positions of the fragments.
So,
Oh, there's something else that we should mention. Travelers can obtain a new
Hey, Dion.
4-star sword by completing
it's
this
just another
event.
4-star sword. I have
The
so many
design
swords on my
definitely
account at this
fits the
point.
Masters of the Nightwind. It looks like some
I don't think
kind
it's
of
the end of the
ceremonial
world.
artifact.
I totally agree.
Also, the
And this event will allow travelers to
R1
learn more
of that
about
is
Mad
like the.
Lands.
I'm assuming this is the
For
R5.
example,
Looks
this
so much
quest
cooler.
will reveal new clues about a mysterious
Oh.
and legendary place, the Mare Javari.
Marriage of Art, that's been brought up. Okay, it was in Mondstadt. Okay, I'm like, that's been brought up before.
On a related note, the
Related
Guild
note.
has prepared a new trial for its members.
A new trial
Active
for members?
adventurers have been invited
Is this
to
a
take
rerun
on the
event?
challenge, including the Traveler.
Because I think it
Travelers
seems
will need to
like...
complete various challenges with designated
Oh my god, that's so
characters
cute.
and fully
The
leverage their
hearts.
skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to the
This
challenge,
looks fun. I might do this event
Good
because
luck.
it looks. I've done these before and they're usually quite.
The Knights of Favonius
easy.
are conducting a war game to improve
war
security
game?
tactics in the region. And who
Okay.
better to test these
Ooh.
tactics than the honorary knight? Be sure to pay close
Roguelite.
attention to the game, since the
This looks
format
fun.
has changed at this time. Travelers
The
will
format
need
has
to select
changed? This is a
combat
rerun?
units and stratagems to deploy against the opposing formation.
Oh.
Once the lineup is set, the
Oh,
monsters will
this
fight
is like
automatically.
it has combat
Available
like
combat
the
units and stratagems are completely random.
the
Just to build some
mushroom Pokemon
unpredictability into the war game. The chances
event
of
from
encountering unique
Sumeru.
combat units
Okay,
increases
I liked that a
as the war
lot,
game
so I'll probably like this
progresses.
event. I
The
could see
more
myself
elite
liking this a
monsters
lot.
will be
I like
available for
strategy games though.
travelers to use. It's
And
a
I
volatile
think this is kind of
environment,
cool.
So do your best to win as
It
many
reminds me
rounds
of
as
like a
possible,
League
earn
strategy
more
game, and
medals,
I'm kind of
collect
vibing
the
with that.
rewards.
All
Not with
right,
League,
let's
but
keep
whatever
the
this is.
excitement rolling in this next event.
If this was the flagship,
We
I'd be
actually
okay
have
with
a
that.
Demo, so
A
please take
demo
look.
for the next event?
Oh, looks like they're selecting tactics.
Is this
Double
another
damage?
strategy
That
event?
sounds powerful.
Oh, it's TCG. I'm like, this
Whoa,
looks
it's
like TCG
automated.
it is.
Cool. The
It makes
element
sense that they would
reaction
run a
effects are
TCG event in this
completely
patch
different.
because
This
over
brand
in
new
China,
heated battle mode is called
we
automatic
just got the
artistry.
official release, I
Powerful
believe,
support cards have
of
been
like
added to
physical
nearly every elemental
TCG
reaction. Choose
cards.
that
Like they
align with
released
your
physical
strategy
ones,
to
but I
trigger
believe it's only in
powerful
China right
elemental
now.
reactions.
So
The effects
it
will
would make
change
sense that we would
depending on how
have
you play.
a
In
TCG
addition,
event this
the
patch. I'm not
overall
surprised by
gameplay
that.
is
And I'm
very
assuming we'll probably have
laid back.
another one when they do
Characters
finally get
will
released
automatically
globally.
duel each other,
I'm
and
assuming,
skill
I don't know if they're
animations
getting
are
released
shorter in
globally, but
length.
I'm assuming they are.
Wow,
I'm
it's like
assuming
we
they will
got a
do that.
whole new genius
Because
invitation
already
TCG
I've
after
seen people
coming
who do
back
not
from
care about
Natland.
TCG at all. Honestly,
about
myself
Whiplash.
included.
That's right. Even if you've never played
That was
GeoGuessr
a little bit
before,
brutal, but
I really
I don't
recommend
think
checking
a
out
ton of
this new
people
gameplay
don't
mode
really
in
play
version
TCG anymore.
5.2.
But I've
The
seen
new
a lot of
version will
people get
also bring
very
a few
excited about
updates to
physical
regular
TCG
GeoGuessr
cards, and
locations
myself
TCG.
included.
Do you ever feel a little cooped up while you're playing?
Especially,
card
I
games?
think.
Well, don't worry about that. Our
The
event
the great
will give
outdoors,
travelers
wait.
the opportunity
I think a
to
lot of people are
enjoy
really
the
kind of
great
chomping at the bit
outdoors.
to get these physical
In
cards and do card
combat,
unboxings.
Travelers will need to help Lamia track down some adopted animals. Travelers will
Oh
be able
wait,
to
this
see
is
the animal's
cute.
point
This
of
is a
view by
rerun as
using
well,
a
I believe. I
special tool.
think
Once you've managed to
back in
deduce their
Inazuma when
location,
we
you'll be
first
able to
got
track them
the
down.
animal
Once
nets, I
the
think we had an
animals are
event like
safe and
this.
sound, travelers will
Either that or it
receive
was
a
in
gift from
Fontaine,
the
I don't remember.
mysterious figure who adopted them. I feel like
Is that-
Oleron would really shine in this event.
Hu
especially
Tao?
an animal lover.
What, Hu Tao, what are you doing here?
I'm sure that he would jump at the chance
What
to
is
meet
going
animals
on?
from other nations.
Yeah.
Finally,
Oh my
the Leyline
gosh.
Overflow
What?
event will
Hold
return
no.
in version
Circle back.
5.2.
What was
If
the
you
Hu
need more
Tao
or character EXP
like Funko
materials,
Pop
then
looking
keep an
on
eye
doing
out.
here?
All right.
In
let's
the
dive into
overworld.
some
No
updates and
questions
game
asked.
optimizations.
What's Hu Tao
First up
doing
is the
here?
change to the Imaginarium Theater.
I'm gonna be so real. I haven't seen
Previously,
Imaginary Theater
travelers
yet.
would be returned to
I'm
the
gonna be
theater
so
lobby
real.
after completing a
Because I
challenge
know
and have to reopen
it
to change
involves
its tone to
story
continue.
questing.
Travelers provided feedback that this
I just
setup
haven't done it because
interrupted
I don't really do
experience.
endgame in Genshin
So,
anymore. I'm
this
gonna be
will
so
no
real.
longer be the case in version
So,
5.2.
I haven't
Now,
done
after
Imaginarium
finishing a battle,
Theater.
all you need to do is click next act
It looks like they've
if you
kind
want
of
to keep fighting.
did some quality of
Nice.
life stuff
Travelers
similar
can now
to
enjoy
the rest of the
thrill
game,
of
so
combat
I'm not
without
surprised.
Any interruptions.
I'm not
For
surprised.
all
It's
the
kind of like how
generous
in
travelers
Artifact
who like
Domains you can
to
just
configure supports
hit
for their
continue and it like
friends,
takes you
a
immediately to the
supporting
thing.
caster record has been
You know?
added in the new update.
It
You
seems
can
kind of
now
like
check
that.
Which friends have borrowed your supports by
Oh
looking
my
at the
god, I'm so
supporting
tired.
past the screen.
I'm so tired.
It'll be nice to know that our support.
I was gonna stay up if I still had water,
Oh,
but
and
I'm
the
going
party
back to sleep after
configuration
this.
mechanic has also been optimized.
Yeah, it just looks like
Besides elemental filtering, the Imaginarium
looks
Theater
like
will now
they've
feature
just done some
recommended
quality of
role
life for
icons,
Imaginarium
elemental
Theater,
statistics,
which is
and
good to see
markers
because it
for
hasn't
main
been
types
too
of
it
animals.
hasn't been
That
that
is
long
so
since it was
helpful.
really. I was gonna say it hasn't been
I'll
too long
occasionally
since
put
it was
together
released,
a
so it's good
random
to see
team
some
if
quality
I've
of life.
just
But I think it
started
has been that
experimenting with
long.
Some characters, but
I just
this
haven't
information
done
should
it
make
yet
a lot
because I
easier
don't
to
really
form strategic
touch on
teams.
Genshin Impact
These
endgame
markers will
anymore.
display key
'cause I feel
information on
like-
how to counter
Like the only
enemies, but in a
endgame we've
much
had
more
before this was
prominent
Abyss, Abyss, and I hate Abyss, so
Hopefully,
I just
this change will make it easier for travelers.
not
to
really too
form the
excited to
best
pick up
team.
Imaginarium Theater,
Yes.
obviously.
Now we can directly see which elements work best against specific
I
enemies.
do like that they're making it a little
That's
bit easier to
definitely
team
gonna
build,
save
though.
some
That's always
time.
good.
For sure. And we can expect
Save some
even
time.
more optimizations in the future as
I don't know
travelers
how
continue
difficult
to provide
Imaginarium
valuable
Theater is, though,
feedback about their
so I can't
experiences.
entirely speak on
Okay,
that.
Let's introduce the other system optimizations coming
We
in
have
version 5.2. You can now sort
more
5-star
artifacts
in your inventory based on when you obtain them.
Okay, we can sort
with the
artifacts
most
based on when we
recent
obtain
to-be
them.
list.
I
Second,
thought that was a
the
feature
animations
added
for
already, but
crafting
maybe
materials for
no.
the
They added that
weapons
to
solely
Star
for
Rail, and
leisure
that's what I'm
and
thinking
cooking
of. I think
dishes
they
and
made
now
relic
shorter in
sorting
length.
by date in
That's
Star Rail a
really
thing.
nice. The
As of
dev
this
team
version,
designed
I
a lot
believe.
of intricate
And it looks like they just brought that
animations
over to
for these
Genshin as
features,
well.
But it can feel a bit frustrating when you have to watch them
Oh,
over
you
and over again.
Oh,
There
animation
will also be several
canceling.
optimizations for the
Okay, so they
Serenity
did
Pod.
animation
The seed
canceling. Okay,
dispensary
that's
can now
good.
hold more of every type of seed.
We get
You'll
more
be able to
seeds.
purchase wood
Okay.
at the Realm Depot in exchange
So we
for
have
realm
just
currency.
it generally just looks
In
like we
addition,
have
the
some
cooldown for the boon of the
system
Elder Tree will be
optimizations
reduced to
for
5 seconds. This
stuff
way,
that we haven't
it'll
really
be
touched
easier
on in
for
a minute.
travelers to collect wood.
Oh, cooldowns as well.
I've been
Okay.
meaning to use some cool replicas in my Serenity
Okay.
Pot, but I'm always short on wood. So this should
See,
be
my
really
thing with the
helpful.
Serenity
Nice.
Pot is that I'm not
so
short on
excited
wood, but
for
I'm
ya.
short on
Oh, and
space.
optimizations have been
I
made
can't
to
like
artifact
put anything
box.
else in there, despite the
updated
fact that
lock
like my
assistance
load
interface
in
will
my
allow
Serenity
you
Pot
to
is huge,
configure
even though I don't know that much in
settings
it.
with a single click.
So
Just hit use recommended settings
I
and you're set. The recommended
don't really
set
use
lock
the
plans
teapot
will
anymore for that
automatically
reason, because I can't put anything in there.
based on
So
popular in-game configurations.
weird.
Of course, if you have your own ideas,
I
in
think
mind,
the load
you
is so
can
high in my
always
teapot
disable the
because I have a
recommended
bunch
plans to
of
configure custom
stuff,
ones
like the
instead.
bigger
The
stuff that we've
update
gotten from
also
events in the
allows you
past.
to batch lock
But I don't even have
artifacts
that
in
many. I
your
have maybe like
inventory
2 really
based
big
on the
things.
recommended general
And I've
lock
seen people
plan
do
and
so
set lock
such
plan.
crazy things in their
This will make
teapots
it
with
much
definitely
faster
more
to
stuff than I
organize
have in
your
there.
inventory.
So I don't know
In
what's up with
addition,
that.
A shortcut button that navigates to the lock assistance
I don't really like the
interface
teapot.
will
I
be
don't really
added
use
to
it
the
anymore just
artifact
because my
domain
load is always
challenge
like
screen
maxed out.
and
I don't know how to
artifact
max that up.
acquisition screen.
I don't think there's a
This
way
should
to
make
get
it easier
higher
for
load.
travelers to configure their locking rules whenever
So I
they
just
want.
kind of
A
don't
star
touch it.
feature will also be added next to the lock button.
I'm gonna be
each
so real. I don't know if I care a ton
Travelers
about
can use this
the
feature to mark
artifact
their favorite
optimizations
artifacts and
either,
filter by stars to quickly track
just
them down.
because I'm so
Finally,
used to
treasure compasses will now be able
building.
to
I
locate
realized this when I
even
was doing
more
some
treasure
character
locations,
building
including
recently.
Sealies and time trial
I
challenges.
just am so used to the
Swap
old
feature
way of
will
doing
also be added
artifact
for treasure compasses
building
and
and
Oculus
farming for
resonance
characters.
stones.
I'm still doing it
Enabling
that
this
way.
feature will allow travelers to more
I've still
easily
just been
use
doing it
these
that way,
items
quite
across
frankly.
regions. The
Just 'cause it's
feature
what
will
I'm used to.
automatically
It's
switch
like
to the
muscle
compass
memory
or
at this
stone
point.
That corresponds to your location in the game.
Awesome.
But it looks like
Be
it's some
sure to
good
check
quality
out
of life
future
stuff.
announcements for more details on the version 5.2 optimizations.
So that's good to see.
Alright, that was a lot of info.
It's second
so
break,
this
but it's
seems like a
technically
good
our
time
third
for our
break.
second break.
It's time for the third redemption code.
So, oh, I have to yawn. Okay, I'm so tired. I'm going back to sleep, and then if I still don't have water, honestly, even if I have water when I wake up, I might order breakfast today. It's one of those days. It's one of those weeks. It's one of those weeks, and it's my birthday tomorrow, and I don't have water. I swear this has happened before. I think it was either a year or two ago that I think I did end up getting water back by the time my birthday hit, but I just didn't have water. So that's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. This keeps happening for some reason. Because like obviously it's my birthday. I'm going out tomorrow. I was actually supposed to go out tonight. I was going to go to a concert, but I decided against it. Just because I don't feel comfortable doing that right now, for multiple reasons that I probably will talk about eventually, but just not in this video, because it's early in the morning, and anytime I talk about it, I cry. So I don't want to do that right now. But
Welcome back,
I
travelers.
decided not
What
to,
else
which
do we
honestly,
have
at this
on the
point,
agenda, Gabe?
looking at
We
my
have
water
some very
situation, I
exciting
couldn't
news to
anyways.
share. After the version update
Because it's
on
like
November 20th, travelers will be able
So
to
the
play
Xbox
Genshin
version is out.
Impact
Okay,
on
that's
the
cool.
Xbox Series X and S.
I don't have an
Log
Xbox,
into
so
Genshin Impact on Xbox Series X
I pay attention
and
to
S
Xbox game
consoles
releases
to
because
receive
I
the
have a
Wind
PC and a
Glider
lot of them are
Wings of Fate's
dual
Course
platform in that
intertwined.
way.
Additionally, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members
like-
can play Genshin Impact via cloud gaming.
I mean,
They'll also find extra rewards
I
in their
don't
in-game mailbox.
need it. I don't need it.
All right, that should
So that's
be
everything. Thank you, dev team.
That
You guys
means
did a
that
great
we've
job
reached the
again.
end
But
of the
also,
special program.
I believe it's time we
Is
start signing
there
some
anything
interim
that you
agreements for
wanna say
Mosa.
before we
I
go,
believe
Kai?
it's time.
Yes,
I believe it's
looking forward to
time
all the new
for
characters.
Mosa. I'm looking at you.
Tasha and her weapons seem really incredible.
I said that exact same thing in a video for the Nahida event. I'm not gonna lie.
And Auroran seems like a very layered character.
Yeah, I mean,
The
this is a
storytelling
looks like a
is
fine
definitely
version, but it
beneficial.
honestly feels
What
like a
about you,
filler
Gabe?
patch
Yeah,
through
I'm
and through.
just so excited for
I'm
our
gonna be
players
so
to
real.
experience more of the Natlan
Even like
storyline,
the interlude
and
doesn't seem
we have
as
so
intriguing
much
as
to
other
explore this
interludes
time.
we've gotten to the Archon quest in
two
the
new
past.
tribes and a new area
It
as
just
well.
seems a little
And
fillery.
One thing I've always loved
So-
about Genshin Impact is how it's
We love seeing
multi-platform.
Genshin come to more
Like,
platforms,
I'm
though.
always logging in on different
I
devices.
do think it's a
depending
little
on
bit
where I
unfortunate
am,
though that
so
the first patch match that
It's exciting
Xbox
to see
players players
another
are
platform
getting
become
on
available
their
for
platform
everyone.
seems
Yeah,
very
and,
bland,
on
though.
that note,
Like, I do think there's
hope
probably
you
going to be
have fun
people
with
that are
the
new
new
to Genshin
version,
with that
travelers.
patch. And
Bye.
they have a lot of content to
Bye.
get caught up on, so I don't think that'll be a problem of, like, drawing those people in. But I do think it's a little unfortunate that we're starting with this one for them. All right. Are we done, or are we getting extra stuff? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how excited I am for this version. But also, I'm dehydrated, so we have to take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm tired, I'm dehydrated. It's been a very, very long week. So my fellow Americans will understand. But it's been a week, not necessarily a great week. I'm dehydrated, I'm tired, it's like not even 7 in the morning. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, but this version seems a little bit lackluster compared to versions we've had in the past. But I'm honestly kind of okay with that. There's no event that super draws me in and like, okay, I need to play this. Like, I need to play this. You need to play this event. I don't think we have an event like that this time. Last patch, I would have said, yeah, the Sub-Zera's Festival event was that. That is like a must-play event for Genshin. But then I played it, and I kind of regretted it. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't my... I was expecting more from it, but that's also the other thing. I was looking forward to that event for 2 years. So I genuinely don't think that it was going to be easy to please me with that event. And I was like, I think what I ended up saying with that event was I enjoyed 75% of it, but the other 25% was like, oh, what are we doing, Hoyoverse? But yeah, because also the 25% that I didn't like didn't need to happen. They just wrote it weird, quite frankly. And I can't find the version art that I would like to end on. Okay, it's probably like right here. There we go. There we go. They did not show that for any time at all. How am I supposed to get this on here? Oh, they also don't have precise scrubbing, which sucks a lot. That sucks for me. We might just have to end on this code. This is so weird. They give it time to breathe, Hoyoverse. What am I supposed to end on? Anyways, yeah. Maybe it's just because this week was super disappointing. I don't think I'm disappointed with the special program. Like, there was other much more disappointing things that happened this week that I would definitely rank higher than the Genshin Impact 5.2 special program. But it still makes the list, which, all things considered, if this week had gone differently, this might be at the top of that list. But, like, it was a very disappointing week. So, like, the other things outrank this by far. So, grain of salt. I think it's time I go back to sleep, though. I'm gonna go check if I have water, and then I'm gonna go back to sleep. It's just a very unfortunate time all around, which is extra unfortunate considering it's my birthday tomorrow, and I was really looking forward to this week, and then everything kind of went up in flames very quickly. But this isn't really one of those things. I think I take comfort in that, even though this is kind of a filler patch in a filler patch special program, this wasn't the worst thing that happened. So, like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay saying that. That's gonna be it for this video, though. I don't really have too much else to talk about. I was actually gonna do Zenless Zone Zero right after this, but I'm tired and without water, so I'm just gonna go back to sleep, quite frankly. I'm gonna take my meds in like 20 minutes and go back to sleep because I have the ability to do that right now, and I'm gonna do that until I have water back, I think. That is gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I will link the special program VOD down below in case this video does end up getting scrapped for parts because of a false copyright claim. Because that has happened. It's happened for Star Rail, but just in case this video ends up getting scrapped for parts, the actual VOD will be down below. So if you're watching this at a later date or whatever, if you haven't seen the special program yourself, whatever, it's down below. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more, and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. If you are pulling or will be pulling for Chaska or Auron, which is technically the same banner, or any other of your own characters, I wish you luck, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!